How does the MST work to achieve its goals? Have you ever wondered how social movements can change the landscape of a country? The Landless Workers Movement in Brazil, known as MST, is a prime example of this. So, how does the MST work to achieve its goals? Founded in 1984, the MST focuses on securing land for poor rural workers. The movement targets large, unproductive estates called latifundios, advocating for their redistribution to landless families. This approach is rooted in the Brazilian Constitution, which states that land must fulfill a social function. When land is unused or misused, the MST uses this legal framework to justify their actions. The MST operates through a grassroots structure. Decisions are made collectively by members at local, state, and national levels. This democratic process encourages discussion and consensus, ensuring that the voices of rural workers are heard. Once land is occupied, MST members establish encampments and settlements. Families either work the land together or individually, focusing on sustainable small-scale agriculture. The movement does not stop at land occupations. It also advocates for access to education, healthcare, and agricultural credit. These resources help improve living conditions and promote economic independence. The MST also addresses broader social issues like racism, sexism, and economic injustice. By tackling these inequalities, the movement aims to create a more just society. Public demonstrations, marches, and political advocacy are key strategies for the MST. They aim to influence government policies on land reform and rural welfare. Over the years, the MST has settled hundreds of thousands of families on millions of hectares of land. This makes it one of the largest social movements in Latin America. From a cultural perspective, the MST connects deeply to the land. It represents a collective struggle against historical inequalities faced by rural populations in Brazil and throughout Latin America. The movement embodies values of cooperation, social justice, and cultural rights. Through its actions, the MST fights not just for land, but for the dignity and citizenship of marginalized rural people. This reinforces their cultural ties to the land and asserts their place in modern Brazilian society. So, the MST works tirelessly to achieve its goals through organized land occupations, collective decision-making, and sustained social mobilization. This movement is a powerful force for change, advocating for agrarian reform and social justice in Brazil and beyond.